Okay, so today we're just giving a quick update. I'm gonna give a quick update on the Rollei 35AF autofocus. I'm gonna put some things on the screen so just remind you what's happened to the Rollei 9 months ago or like a year ago when they came out with this again 35mm camera, not hybrid like Yashica and Fujifilm and Nikon and Canon and some other, all the new brands. They're trying to mimic the 35mm camera and put some dials and film simulation. The Rollei 35AF is a true 35mm camera. Long story short, they sold out. Anyway, stick with me and let's go and give you a quick update and what's coming up next with this Rollei and some other companies trying to dabble into the 35mm world. See you in a minute. So basically, this quick update for you on the Rollei 35AF. I think they're going into they call it like phase 5. I don't know which phase is it, but now, long story short, the 3-second update, if you're just joining us, they're sold out. I'm going to put it on the screen. I think the black one and the silver or black, whichever one, chrome they call it, but they're gone. They sold out, and they admit we fulfilled all pre-orders. So if you're one of the people that have pre-ordered the Rollei, please put your comments. Do you like the camera? Because I couldn't order it because even the pre-ordered were, sold out. So they were not taking any new orders. So if you're one of those people that have pre-ordered the Rollei, it doesn't matter which color, put some comment. Do you like it? What's the pros? What's the cons? And let the community know what you're feeling about it. So what's happening with that? It's not like the Pentax 17. The Pentax 17. It's still in production. They're still selling it, but there's no more development. The gentleman that I can't remember his name. The gentleman that actually designed the Pentax 17, which is true 35mm camera, he retired. So officially, they put that program on hold. They didn't cancel it. They just put it on hold to see what's coming up next. But still, if you can go right now and order the Pentax 17, is no big deal there. I think it's in the $400 or $500 range. But the Rollei in the $700-800 range. It's an upscale camera. The form factor is still the same like the original Rollei, but it has autofocus. And I'll put on the screen some of the amazing specs of this. Again, we're not talking about specs. We're talking what's coming up next. So what's coming up next is, here it is. They're going to improve the Rollei. There's improvement on the lens, specifically on the lens, but the form factor, everything else still the same. The lens is going to be improved, and they might improve the autofocus function. So 2 specific ones, improving the autofocus and improving the lens quality and features of that specific lens. And once they put those out, I'll definitely do an update on that. And then you can pre-order. So what happened to the people that already pre-ordered? They already have a good camera, but now you have a better camera. But if you follow this channel, and you know me, if we get hung up on features and buttons and this does that, then you lose the concept of photography. Photography is an art. We need to focus on the outcome. Just buy the film, put it in the camera. You can see the things behind me here. By the way, I did a specific video on what's on my wall. So follow this channel. I covered every camera behind me quickly. Boom, boom, boom. There's 4 on each, 4, 4, 8. So there's 16 cameras here. So I covered those. So it's put the film, put it in the camera, and focus on composition. Now that cameras, do affect, the way it handles. Is it aperture priority? Is it shutter priority? Is it program? Is it automatic? Is it autofocus? Is it manual? Does it have battery? Doesn't have battery? Yeah, some of these things do affect, but Ansel Adams and the big names in photography, What did they use? Do some research. Put it in ChatGPT or Copilot, and you'll be shocked. They use Canon AE1, not even the program. Canon AE1 manual camera, doesn't have all these bells and whistles, and their pictures till today, photographers, including me, we still look at them and get inspired and say, wow, how did they do this? They did it with one of these cameras behind me. You don't need Canon R5 Mark 20. You don't need 50 pictures per second. You don't need over 26 megapixels. It's crazy. Am I wrong? You tell me. I mean, right now, we've got everybody in the world trying to mimic retro cameras. We got XE5, we got X100, I don't know, V and VI and XT50 and XT20 and XT30, there's like 10X cameras with Fujifilm, and they all have film simulation. I wonder why. And then even the X half, it has the film rewind. You take 36 pictures, you can't even see them until you finish. And then if you follow this channel, we've done I think 2-3 updates on the Yashica. I know Yashica changed hand and people are upset that this is not the original Yashica, but what can we do? I think it's owned by a Hong Kong outfit right now. The Yashica FXD 100, 200, and 300. I mean, they're 200 and 300, 400 cameras. What do you expect? The sensor is not going to be a Canon or Nikon or Sony sensor. It's going to be a Mickey Mouse sensor. Like your iPhone. It basically has an iPhone sensor. Again, you get what you pay for. Don't complain. Oh, the sensor is 1/3 of an inch. Who cares? I mean, here we go again. We're focusing on sensors. I don't care about the sensor. What's the output? It has 6-7 film simulation built in that gives you the original Yashica film color scheme. That's what we care about. Tell me, am I wrong? What do you think? Put your comments in there. Let's talk about it. So getting back to the Rollei. So the next one is going to look the same. Everything's going to be the same. The lens is going to be improved and minor improvement here and there, but basically two things: the lens and the focusing, which is because it has autofocus. So that's a good thing. So in summary, there'll be a couple of enhancements once they post those. Again, you'll see some enhancement, but again, the cosmetics, you're not going to see much. When this is going to come out, I can guarantee you by Christmas time you'll have a new Rollei. You'll have a Rollei, so you can pre-order, but you're not going to get it by this December. This December, you're not going to have a new Rollei in your hand. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm wrong? You can pre-order, and you'll get it in the summer of next year, baby. But the demand been amazing. I mean, I'm going to put this on the screen. The countries they were getting orders, like India, Dubai, Middle East, Europe. It's not just the United States or Canada. 35mm is active. 35mm is thriving. 35mm is thriving. Photography is thriving. So don't think if you're not into that, don't think it's dead, which is fine. If you like mirrorless and you like digital, all that, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as we're focusing on the output. I mean, I have friends, when I sit down with my friends, we're not talking about like we went here, went there. We were talking, hey, I got a new camera now. It takes 1,000 pictures per second. Who cares about that? Take a movie. If you want to take that many pictures per second, again, it's a figure of speech. There's no camera that does that, but go take a movie. Take a movie and get it done instead of taking 500 pictures, 3,000 pictures, and you come home and who's gonna sit behind the computer and go through all that? That's a waste of time in my point of view. I mean, Photoshop, 0. Yes, I don't want to do Photoshop. I want to take a picture with these babies, go to the drugstore, drop them off, and have the excitement of getting those pictures. Again, follow this channel. I've developed film at home with the lab box. I'm not too crazy about that one. I'm gonna use the Patterson. When you do that, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have a video on that. Again, if you want to follow me on this journey and learn some things, or even if you're a seasoned photographer, you want to see what this crazy guy doing, why he's doing that, follow me on this channel. will keep it alive and going. But what else is happening? Since we give you a quick update, what else is happening is Fujifilm is going crazy. That's what's happening. They got 3-4 new cameras out, and you can even buy them. They got them listed for $800. I think the XE5 and then the XEM and all the X's, 3-4 of them. They just this year they came up with those. One is $799, $899 without the lens. With lens is $1,700, and they're selling right now on Amazon and other places for $2,400 or $2,500. You go to eBay, $3,000, because there's so much high demand. They're not available, and they're selling for double the price. Would you pay $2,500 for a little gadget where your iPhone can't do the same thing? They got the film simulation. Okay, big deal. Now watch me next month buy one of those things. I hope not, but officially, what I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. What Fujifilm is saying is they'll be available in August of 2025. So we'll see if that's true. But getting back to the nitty-gritty here, Rollei is the camera. If you're looking for a 35mm camera that you're gonna enjoy and keep for you and for your children and children's children, get the new Rollei. Go subscribe to them and the notification and all that, so they can notify you when the new batch, the 5th batch, the new batch with the improved focusing and lens, and buy that one. It's worth the $800 rather than buying a Fujifilm X camera for $1,700. I mean, the cheapest one with the lens is $1,500, and this is crazy. We used to buy cameras at a couple of $100, but now you can't find a decent one with less than $1,000. I mean, the Canon is $899. Anyways, what do you think? If you have a choice to buy, a Fujifilm XE5 or Fujifilm X100V and a Rollei, which one will you go with? Let me know your comments, or you'll buy both. I use both, but right now it's 75% this. Yepper. 75% this, and then 25% digital or mirrorless cameras. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Let me know. Put your comments. Follow the channel. Support us, and we'll keep doing updates and keeping this community alive. Thank you.